Hi, good morning everyone. This is Skyline Director Daniel Rivera. Today I wanted to share with you some of the cases and stories we're working on in Skyline Foundation. It's been a tough week regarding freedom of expression in the Middle East and North Africa, and I'm quite worried about some of the cases I'm finding every week, almost every day, where journalists, editors, activists suffer harassment when they're not detained and sometimes disappear. For instance, we learned that Israel is helping other countries in the MENA region to spy on their own citizens. I'm talking about Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, and Bahrain have recently purchased a technology created in Israel that allows these governments to spy on phone devices. Also, we learned in Jordan that journalist and cartoonist Imad Hayat has been detained for precisely criticizing the normalization of relationships, relationship between United Arab Emirates and Israel. If there's ever going to be peace in the Middle East, it has to be based on mutual respect and freedom of expression. How can there be peace if we cannot express our views freely? I encourage the Jordanian government to release Imad Hayat and to allow a healthy and productive dialogue and debate regarding this matter in Jordanian and other countries in the Middle East too. I hope they would do the same in Jordanian society and other places. Also, we are really worried about what's going on in Libya. As you know, Libya is going through one of the most difficult times in the recent history. They're trying to bring the country to democracy and to a change. No, there's a sort of transformation going on in Libya, but unfortunately has descended into chaos and war. In this situation, we found out Sami Al-Sharif, director of the local broadcast Al Jawahara radio, has disappeared while covering some of the protests against the current situation in the country. He was abducted while working by a group of military men dressed in military uniform, but authorities has denied his arrest, and we're really worried about his situation. This happened on August 23rd. Finally, and perhaps related to some of the stories I just mentioned, Israel keeps detaining Palestinian journalists, and the number has increased recently. This is worrisome if we consider that Israel is trying to normalize relations with United Arab Emirates. I think it's the time for Israel to realize that if ever is going to be peace with the Palestinians, you need to negotiate with them too, with the Palestinians. And I'm not seeing Israel doing enough to open the channel of communications with the Palestinian Authority. With all honesty, I encourage Israel also to review its policy regarding journalists and to release the increasing number of journalists that have been detained in Israeli jails. Just to give you some numbers and names of what's happening in Palestine, Muhammad Qarud Itkaidek was yesterday, Wednesday, detained from his own house. Musab Said from his home in Ramallah. Also before this event, another journalist, Nidal Naim Abu Aker, was also in Bethlehem detained, and the number is increasing every day. Therefore, I encourage and I demand from Israel to change its policy detaining journalists who are working and trying to inform and are trying to also perhaps to open a debate that we need to take. We cannot hide the feelings of the Palestinians, or we cannot hide what they expect from peace, and we cannot hide how they feel. And I think trying just to detain journalists, the only good thing that it's doing is to hide the truth, or hide what the, one side of the truth, if you want to put it this way. Thank you so much. I will keep making updates about our work and about some of the stories we have here in Skyline Foundation. Thank you so much, and see you soon, inshallah.